Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, for the content for tonight, we are going to talk about the 5 top things that I learned from the March for Our Lives rally that occurred nationwide. 450 locations, thousands of people, hundreds per. There's a lot we're going to talk about. Now, before I go anywhere further with this, I want to say something very, very important. Never, and I repeat, never underestimate the opponent, ever. Always do your very hardest. Make sure we work our hardest because everyone is coming out against us right now pretty hard, and the media is realizing that it's time and they are activating. That's one of the points. We're going to talk about everything in 1 second. Everything will be linked below for your review. So you guys have the same goods I have, but I want to say, make sure as this fight amps up that you guys are subscribed, that bell is on, because we need as many people as we can to get this information out quickly and effectively and efficiently to get it to the people who need it so we can take action and counter what we're about to cover. Like I said, everything is linked in the description. Let me know what you guys think, and let's get onto the list. Here is number 1. The media is coordinating a massive push for gun control. Check this out. This is from 3 different sites. First one. March for Our Lives. Protest against gun violence. Sweep nation following hundreds of mass situations. Protesters will be participating in more than 450 rallies across the country Saturday in an effort to advance common sense national and state gun safety registrations, organizers said. Let's go to the next one. I think this one's NPR. Student-led March for Our Lives rally pushes for action on gun violence. Sorry, that's CNN. This one's NPR. Thousands gather at March for Our Lives rally nationwide to push for gun control. The media is orienting in the exact same direction. They clearly sense that there's some weakness and they're going to push. So the media, that's number 1. They are aligning. That's a big thing. All right, this is very similar to when HR 8 and 1446 came out. I'm seeing that same type of organization. Anyway, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is common sense now includes banning ARs. They've moved the Overton window. Common sense used to be universal background checks. Well, now common sense is banning of weapon systems completely, infringing upon the Second Amendment carte blanche because it makes common sense. Check this out. Sitting. This is a sitting mayor. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser drew loud cheers from the crowd as she called for common sense gun laws, including mandatory background checks and ban on assault rifles. Common sense certainly moved, didn't it? Now, of course, the irony of ironies, this is in Washington, D.C., with the mayor of D.C., Muriel Bowser, when they have the highest per capita violence with guns in the country, and they also have the strictest gun control there. Irony of ironies, it's not lost on me, it's clearly lost on them. Let's keep going. All right, number 3. The gun controllers are busy, and this is why I warned in the intro, never underestimate your opponents ever. We have got to be on those phones, we've got to be on the emails, the tweets, everything. Check this out. According to Serena Rodriguez, a national coordinator for March for Our Lives, the organization participated in 71 meetings with elected officials on Capitol Hill this past week. Now, if that's true and not an exaggeration, it's time to get going on our side, because if they're truly making this many meetings, we need to have at least minimum counter pressure. Quote, I feel confident that we'll get something probably like universal background checks, she told NBC News, but we'll keep pushing for more. Well, I disagree with you there. I don't think you're going to get universal background checks. That would be HR 8 and 1446. The negotiations are nowhere near there, but far be it from me to let reality interrupt the dream. All right, so now here's number 4. Davey Hogg decries scapegoats while using scapegoats. Check this out. Quote, let's stop using mental health as a scapegoat from confronting white supremacy in our country, Hogg told the crowd. Let's stop using that scapegoat. Let's go to this scapegoat. Oh, the irony is never lost. And now number 5, I've come to the realization that it's not just about common sense gun reform for the people who want these proposals. It's literally they just don't understand our form of government. Check this out. Quote, your job is to represent and serve all the people who call this country home. And so far, you've shown us you only represent the pockets of whoever donates the most to your campaign, Bosley added. It's one of the speakers of the campaign. Now, the interesting part about this is every single representative, every single senator, every single member of Congress is held to not violate the Constitution. If they do it, it goes to the court strikes it down, and they're back to square one. Now, I know the politicians know that, whether they enforce it or say it out loud, they don't really do that, but they all know that's the case. The people who are in these crowds, the people who are marching in 450 locations with thousands of people nationwide, they don't even understand the basics of civics of this country. You're supposed to represent us and give us whatever we want within the guidelines of the Constitution. That's not what I want with the guidelines of the Constitution. That's why it's set up that way. So that impulsive, young, and immature people can't ruin a nation because of their impulsive moments. That's pretty important. And that's what I've got for you. Those are the top 5 things that I learned from the March for Our Lives rally today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.